Most artists don't care about their fans. Say whatever the fuck you want about how your favorite artist liked your comment on Twitter, but it doesn't matter because artists don't care about their fans. And artists' fans can be writing them like they're fucking Seabiscuit, glazing them with every word they say. And the artists don't care. Now, I hope people that dick ride realize this, but deep down, I know they don't. Because if they knew that their favorite artist didn't care whether they deep throat their coattails or hate on them for no reason, why would they defend their favorite artist with their last fucking breaths on this planet? If the artist just sees them as a couple more dollars flowing into their bank account. An artist doesn't need you to fantasize about covering them in chocolate syrup and licking them top to bottom. All they need you to do is buy their albums when they come out on vinyl, go to their concerts, buy their merch. Most artists only see their fans as cash cows that need to be milked drier than the fucking Call of Duty franchise. They don't need their fans to be in the catacombs of Reddit taking a motherfucking last stand against a Mongolian army of haters. Now, I already know I got a couple people in denial already. Like, there gotta be a couple YoungBoy fans that are thinking to themselves right now, I don't dick ride, I just like his music. To those coping dick riders, I say, does somebody who just simply likes an artist tells a 15-year-old kid to kill themselves just because the kid said their favorite artist's music was bad? I don't think so. There is no fucking reason for people to be glazing an artist to this extent when an artist could care less whether their fans glaze or not. And even if the artist did want them to dick ride, they probably wouldn't want their fans to threaten the lives of a person's entire bloodline because they called their favorite artist mid. And to prove that most artists don't care if a fan ride dick rides or not, and most artists just don't even care about their fans, I will go over a couple artists that treat their fans like shit. Our first example of this is Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean hasn't dropped an album in 8 years, and hasn't dropped a single in 4, yet he somehow stays relevant because he has a die-hard fan base. Even though he treats his fans like shit, the lengths Frank Ocean will go to secure a bag needs to be studied. He has scammed his fans with low-quality merch drops, and of course his infamous Coachella concert. He hasn't dropped a project for 8 years, but after all that, he still has fans. There is a reason for his die-hard fan base. Even though he has a clear lack of respect for his fans' wishes, his first 2 albums will go down in history as some all-time classics. So his fans will listen to his music no matter what. And sadly, I'm one of those fans. I've been listening to Frank Ocean a shit ton as of recently, and I've kind of fallen into the same mindset that most of his other fans are in, giving up on the idea of him dropping and listening to Blonde in the same way fat people binge eat. But then again, he dropped Chanel Orange and Blonde in a 2-year span, so how the fuck has he not dropped an album in 8 years? Another artist that doesn't care about his fans is Travis Scott. It's pretty obvious that he doesn't care about them because of one thing: Astroworld. Travis Scott is either dumb as shit, really greedy, or just a straight psychopath, because there is no way you ignore the multiple red flags that this festival was going to turn to a Who concert. Even before his performance on the first night, there were people getting injured, people breaking into the festival, and a need for a police force in riot gear in the first 4 hours of the festival. Then of course there's the part where he was performing, people were going unconscious, and ambulances in the middle of the crowd, and then he instructed his fans to flip off the ambulance. And in response to multiple fans dying and even more getting seriously injured, he took a video with his phone of him rubbing his face in bad lighting and somehow finding a way to talk for a whole minute and 30 seconds without saying sorry or even taking responsibility for the event. Travis clearly didn't cancel the event because he didn't want to lose any money, even when the writing was on the wall telling him to cancel the event. Artists barely care about their fans. Travis Scott definitely didn't lose any sleep over the people that died at Astroworld. All he cared about was the money that he was losing or would lose because of what happened. Once again, an artist only sees their fans as streams of revenue, nothing else. They see their fans as consumers they can manipulate. They are no different than the labels that they are signed to that only see the artist as a revenue stream. Now, people might say artists don't care about money. They just want to share their passion with the world. To that I say, why the fuck is Taylor Swift been touring for the past 3 years? Why is Bono performing in a place that destroys everything he stands for? The reason for this is a simple thing. It's a thing that a Pink Floyd song is named after. Money. An artist needs to pay their bills, and they don't care whether they have to sacrifice their morals or manipulate their fans to get that bag. With all this in mind, why in God's name do people dick ride their favorite artist? I have a couple reasons why people dick ride their favorite artists. One reason is that they make what seems to be good music. If the music is good enough, people will glaze all over it. This shit's pretty obvious, so I don't know why I'm saying it. It's the most common reason for glazing an artist, and the reason why conversations about separating the art from the artist pop up. I mean, Kanye made Graduation, so... Another reason is the artists are likable, or the person or the fan can relate to them. If an artist seems like a cool or nice person and they make good music, fans will suck them dry. Take, for example, Taylor Swift. Her fans relate to her a lot, which is the reason why there's a fan base of Taylor Swift dick riders the size of the US Army, ready to defend her every move. If fans relate to an artist, an attack on the artist seems like an attack on them. See, dick riding an artist you relate to is kind of like joining NATO. If one gets attacked, they all strike back. The final reason why one may dick ride is the act of dick riding the artist is popular. People might think there is no way a person would give up their dignity, their music taste, and their time to glaze an artist they don't really like. But this world is full of deranged, rubbing shit in their hair crazy people that fiend for attention like they're fucking Homelander. To illustrate that people like this exist in the world, I need to take you on an evening stroll down memory lane to a couple years ago, back when the Eras Tour hype was at its peak. And I remember sitting in my study hall class and seeing every motherfucker in that class playing some dumbass Taylor Swift game. When I was walking through the halls, I would hear people who normally listen to New York drill swearing on their bloodline's honor that Taylor Swift is the best artist ever. Then after the hype died down, all of them went back to saying Taylor Swift is straight cheeks, but that's besides the point. Glazing somebody just because everybody else is glazing pisses me off. It's like someone being down bad for a whore, not caring, because they'll think they'll get some easy head, but then she rejects him, so now the kid's saying she's a whore, and he only wanted to be friends with her, and she's an STD swimming pool. Dick riding is clearly a rampant, widespread disease that needs to be stopped. But how do you stop dick riding? We could wear masks, social distance to stop this dangerous disease. But that wouldn't work. Our society has created a plague that will never end. Every human will soon be faced with a choice: to join the dick riders in their twisted fantasy or be killed by rabid mobs in a Mad Max hellscape. Thus I am forced to say, Graduation is the best album of all time, because Kanye is the best artist of all time.